Hello, welcome back to the Kaiju Review. Today we're taking a look at the Shin Godzilla by Medicom toy. Now there's three versions of this. There's the normal red version, there's the frozen version, and the awakening version. Today we're looking at the red Kadakawa version. So just like I mentioned earlier, this is one of three variants that Medicom has produced. These are, I believe, you can let me know in the comments below if you know more, but I believe these are a remold of the original M1 sculpts. So this is still the original Marmit company, but these are like the US version. You can buy these from the official Medicom US site. They also have an awakening version, a frozen version, and a jumbo-sized Kadakawa version. Okay, now that he's out of the box, let's take a closer look at the painting, articulation. Yes, surprisingly, there is articulation in this figure. But first, let's start with the painting. The painting on this figure is pretty good. It's basically a steel gray all throughout the body. The original body is basically a clear red vinyl. I think it's a really good mix between the clear red vinyl and the gray. I do prefer what the promo shots were showing off, like basically a darker color. I don't have a problem with this gray, but it would have been nicer to have that darker, more poster accurate, movie accurate version. But I guess this figure isn't really going for screen accuracy anyway, because it's a Marmit, and these are basically aiming for a vintage look anyway. Throughout the rest of the body, other than the gray, throughout the body, we have just the white toenails, claws, teeth, and then we have the tip of the tail, which is pink. Let's move on to articulation. So you can move his arms up and down slightly. Same for each leg, although I would just be careful because this is really hollow vinyl. It does feel very delicate. You can move it up and down about 40 degrees. The head does move back and forth, although I'm not going to move it too much in this video because I don't want to break the figure. Back to paint. Here's a closer look at the teeth and the eyes. And once again, like I mentioned earlier, the clear red vinyl really does help bring out the paint in this figure. Between the gray paint and the red, it helps give a very vibrant look. Let's move on to the sculpt. Now, while the sculpt, since this is a vintage style figure, the sculpt is minimalistic. It's definitely does the job though, while portraying the Shin Godzilla characteristics with all the bumps, scarring and whatnot. But they definitely did a great job with the sculpt. Alright, let's move on to size comparisons and measurements. So this figure measures about just over 10 inches tall. Here he is next to the Bandai Monster King series Shin Godzilla, Defo Shin Godzilla, Marmit Burning Godzilla, NECA Shin Godzilla, and my personal favorite, the SH Monster Arts Shin Godzilla. Alright, moving on, we have one of the coolest features of this figure, which is that he is made of clear vinyl, which basically if you shine any sort of light source through him, he shines clear red, glows clear red, which is very cool. Definitely a bonus in my opinion. If you really wanted to get creative, you could even maybe very carefully pop off the tail and put a LED inside of the figure. Overall, I think this is a great release. Definitely a great figure to pick up if you're just starting to collect the Marmit Godzilla line. Once again, this is one of 4 that are releasing as a US exclusive. This has been the Kaiju Review. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.